Avram, I said Yitzchak was born by Avram. Yitzchak, El Teles Yitzchak ben Avraham. Instead, then says Avram Elidis Yitzchak. So Avram Elidis Yitzchak, that means that Yitzchak later can have children, that Yitzchak can accomplish new things. So I just, if you speak about Isarusa del Eilo, Stam, there is an amazing observation, what I understand from the Rebbe. Every situation that you are, you have to make it a new situation. You have to make it like, you explain something, it's a situation, and later through the situation, you make a better situation. So this is that means now in the morning I explained today I have a day like this and like this. I think this is also the Leila. I mean, this is my situation. I analyze, and then when I understand the situation, then I make a new way, a new understanding of the situation. I'm a little excited because I'm in the video, and my mind was a little shut for a second maybe. I was in the middle, in something in my brain was loose before, and I was learning with guys. It was amazing to understand what is mean you plant something, a seed in the ground. What is the idea of a seed in the ground, and it's going to grow something new? The same subject. An amazing technique, what the Rebbe is trying to figure out the idea, how you make from, basically, you take a situation, and when you explain a situation, what do you mean? You make the situation. This is Saros Leila. You explain, this is my situation. And then you get stuck on it. You say, okay, this is it. This is Saros Tata. And then you take another perspective. Oh, it's not this what you see. We can see it from a better way. We can make it the explanation a better explanation. So I'm just I'll tell you as I think that I think it's Yitzchak Levi will like this analogy. That I met a boy that somebody some years ago somebody stole from him a tape recorder that he lent the tape from somebody. He lent from somebody a tape. Many of the tapes cost $50 those days, and somebody broke in yeshiva over there. And after he was walking in, the guy came to me and he was very sad and upset. He's upset that he has to pay his friend he has to pay his friends the tape. He said, I don't have the money. How should I pay him? And he was devastated. What he should do? I saw him, so I told him, okay, let's analyze what's happening over here. First of all, you lent from your friend the tape. Somebody broke in. You didn't steal it. Yeah? And your friend knows you didn't steal it. And not only this, maybe your friend's room, the next room, but is also broken in, maybe it would be stolen by him also the same way. So it's not even your fault, nothing. Maybe if he wouldn't give you, it was stolen by him. But he said, I feel bad. I want to do something about it. So I asked him, tell me, you have any money to pay him? He said, yeah, I have. I can pay, I get them $10 a month. I have the laundry, and I have $3 I can give him in a month. So I told him, you know what, go to him and speak to him about it. That you feel they want to pay him money, you lend. So you know what's interesting, what's happened? He came to his friend, and he told him, you know, you heard the tape recorder got stolen. He said, I heard. So I want to pay you. He said, no, you don't have to pay. It's not your fault. It's you know, if it would be stolen by me also, from my house also, from my apartment, because. So he told him, but I want to pay you. I want to feel my conscience. I don't have any hesitations. I want to clear my conscience. I want to give you $3. I want to pay you. A few weeks later, I see the guy. What's going on? He said, oh, don't ask your kid. Everything is the guy didn't want to take the money from me, and then I decided to pay him. And you know what's happened? I got another offer to take care of the kitchen, something. I make on $50. I get $50 a month. I get. So even I want to give him the money, the guy doesn't want to give. He wants to only take 25 because he says it's not fair if he takes the thing. It's not your fault. And that's what it became a new relationship at all of his situation. And so we were going a little more about the situation. What is a birth? That means you take a situation, and now you're trying to explain what is Isarusa del Ela. What do you mean Isarusa del Ela? It means you're mingling. Isarusa in Hebrew is called mitare. That means you are becoming a part of it. You're talking about it. You make it something. You make it a situation by speaking about it. This is Isarusa del Ela. You're making something of your mind that you want to relate to it. You have to choose. You are in a situation. You want to relate to it in this way. When you relate to something, this is Isarusa del Ela. But once you relate to something, it becomes later a situation. It becomes a build-up. Becomes a bane. Yitzchak was born. Becomes a real somebody. And then, so you can get stuck. And the idea of it is not to have a new way of a new helodo, they call it. Something, an outcome from the situation. So this is basically just, I'm just taking, if you let me, because I'm involved now to understand the difference between the body and then the neshama. And by the way, in the Agdome from Shara Yichud, it said Chaye HaNeshama v'Chaye HaGuf. What is Chaye HaNeshama and Chaye HaGuf? So, hello, Rav Zalman is here, so we can start to learn.
So, name is Alman. Tell you where we're at in a second. For this reason, through this we may understand. I believe so.
Okay, how about you?
Okay, give me a second. Okay, this is the clock. Through this we may understand the statement, in your light is light seen. Footnote 7. Psalms 186:2. With you is a source of life, and your light is seen light. Yaske,
Yes.
and then and then it's Yitzchak, and then it's Isaac. So guys, remember your...
אוקיי, תחילת האור דאור, הניקרו אויר של תלודה. This is a secondary light, a radiance of a radiance, which is called an offspring light. Footnote number 8. This is to say that infinite light is not actually seen, but only a secondary offspring light, which is born of the first infinite light, is seen. Nonetheless, as will be explained, this secondary light of the Kav is completely bound to the essence of the infinite light and comes from there. For this reason, the light of the Kav also possesses a certain likeness to the original infinite light which precedes the Tzimtzum.
For although after the Tzimtzum the light breaks through by way of a mere line, it nevertheless comes from your essential light, since everything is included within the Rishimu, and it is from the Rishimu that the Kav line is drawn. Footnote 9. The concept of light breaking through a barrier, masach, will be explained later in the book. However, in general, it is analogous to one who writes down an intellectual concept on a piece of paper. There is absolutely no actual intellect on the paper, but only a bunch of squiggles of ink on the paper. The actual light of the intellect remains concealed in the mind of the author. However, vested within the ink on the paper is a secondary light, which may be expanded again into actual intellectual light in the mind of the reader.
מבחינת יולי לכללות השפע עלייה, מבחינת מעלה ומטה על כל פנים. מה שכתוב בידכם. The Kav is an aspect of a Yuli for all the influence of the changing down of the worlds, and it brings about the dimensions of up and down, as stated in time. Footnote 10. This is to say that the first extension of the Kav, although it is not yet a particular line of revelation, creates the dimension of above and below influence and recipient. Therefore, as explained in the previous chapter, it is a Yuli for all relation to any recipient on any level. 11. See it Chaim Dushi Golim V'Yasher Shar 1 Anaf 2.
You have footnote 11 to do. Isaac, you need to do footnote 11.
I haven't done it, but I'm on it.
You did? Oh, you're right. My bad, I thought it was part of footnote 10. For this reason, we may now understand the answer to two seemingly paradoxical opposites which are found in the Kav line.
Okay. Words.
No, 12.
Oh, my bad.
No bad. No bad.
Footnote 12. That is because of the fact that the kav comes from the essence of the infinite light, which is concealed within it, the Rishima.
Okay. Hebrew words. Inyanim. Inyanim, vessels.
You're on mute.
Hata'am. Yummy.
Paradoxical. Craziness.
You said crazy, right?
Craziness.
Okay. Answer correct.
Found, wellspring.
So, I figured out how to use that. I'm getting better at it, so I don't need to get off when it comes to corners. I can already turn. Most of the times I can turn. I don't need to get off it. I'm enjoying it a lot. As part of my work, I go every weekday to Kings County Hospital. Yesterday I took it all the way and all the way back, no problem. It was a lot of fun, and then I took it to Maple Street, but I'm so sore over here. And my taiva is so big that I want to, today when I go to the hospital, I want to take it there again today, and probably best for my legs that I take a break. I think I was going to be ignoring it and just going with it again, and then I woke up and I look out the window and I said, okay, the weather took care of it for me. It's raining. I'm going to go by car. I'm going to get some rest. And I'm actually glad. It was just an obsession. And I have some help from above, taking care of my body. Isaac, take it away.
So we learned Mipsari Echad Elokah. of my flesh I perceive God. So, if that's the way, how do you reconcile this idea of dealing with the body? Because that's the way to understand godliness. But at the same time, Alter Rebbe in Praktikum Beis says that if there's a person that values his body over his soul, if his body is primary and his soul is secondary, then it is impossible for him to love someone else with true love. Alter Rebbe's words. So how do we reconcile that? How do we reconcile this idea of the body is so important, but at the same time, if the body is the most important, then it's impossible to love your fellow. And it seems that many times in Chassidus, they talk about this idea of, not getting caught up with the body. You deal with the body too much, and then that's where you end up stuck, just body stuff, and you're missing the whole point. But at the same time, the body is where it's all at. So what is the healthy balance? Or not balance? What is the, how does this puzzle fit together? Thank you.
So first I want to see Yitzchak Nasher. Looks like you're Chinese today. And then I would say the bicycle looks like you're in the circus. But then I see you got the little hoverboard white one over there on the left lefty over there. You have that one too. It's pretty impressive. I will say it feels weird being done. I guess it feels weird, or I don't know. And the weather today doesn't really help. I know it's like it's helping you out, but I do ask for it in the opening, so I guess we get it. If I would have said Marita Tali yesterday, I would have had no problem. Because I said Marita Geshem, and rain came. Nah, I'm just messing around over there. And just click text it said what's next on the WhatsApp. And I'm like, no, that's a little bit too, too quickie. Just passed. I wanted to celebrate a bit. Even though I know I have some things to do what's next. But I thought it was a little bit quick. And Yeska.
I forgot to say Mazel Tov. I said personally it's better to say Mazel Tov. And becoming a rabbi, I was afraid to become a rabbi, to take responsibility. It's a big, he took on himself a big thing, people looking up to you. You present all the people you studied for. It's amazing. And I have confidence you're going to be the greatest rabbi. I always have thought about you that you'll be the greatest rabbi. So I like the idea of body, and I like observations. I will speak about observation, what I heard. And it's funny, when when Yosef Yitzchak said, I'm going to get from above, power from above, was very dear to me. And so the question is like this. When you speak about everything, so what does it mean? And when somebody speaks about everything, so you take a situation, you know, there is many ways to look at things. So how do you get everything? How do you get everything? How you get the whole? So if you be speaking Hebrew, it's amazing things I can share with you. There is a mishkefet, a binoculars. How you look, calls mishkefet, and mishkefet means also shakuf, through and through. And there is reiyah, you look in your eyes, and habata, how you look, and you also histaklus, how you look, how you another way looking. The reason I'm speaking about it, I want to make.
Okay, Yaska, it's time. Yes, Zalman, congratulations. I'm really proud of you. Yesterday I was saying, every test you passed it. Your every smicha test, I mean, you passed. Your road test, you also passed. Ultimately, and I saw you as a guy that gets what he wants. I mean, you go for it, you do the work. You actually do the work, and you get it. I like that. Yeah, it was a bit early to ask what's next. And I felt right away when you said, now I feel a little, I don't know, you said something you feel, and when I accomplish something, the last thing I want to think about is what's next, and I want to celebrate a little. And it is awkward for me, but when I do have a what's next, I'm alive again. And I want to be clear, that's me. And I guess as Isaac, 30 seconds.
This idea of Cheshvan, which is the month that we're in, we're actually almost done. The month of regular, daily grind. I heard from Rabbi Baltil. Actually, I read in Simon Jacobson's new book. He put out, I think he put it out together with somebody else. It's called Inside Time. He basically explained very clearly how all the holidays and all the highs are all meant for the daily grind. It's all meant for that regular. And that's what Cheshvan is. The regular, when there's no high, when there's no holiday to look forward to necessarily.
So what you do is you go skydiving in the month of Cheshvan. Gets you a little bit high. So I think we should all go to skydiving again. I'm in favor of it. And maybe this time we could do a backflip outside the plane. Isaac, thumbs up. Double thumbs up. Now, okay, now we're jumping without a parachute. I'm kidding. Yiske.
Okay. So I think this is a major thing about the body and having babies and what are they representing. I remember I saw today in shul somebody, I remember him as a bocher, the guy looked to you like what's going to be with him? You know, and then you see the guy has wonderful children and you see him, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's if you can't see the clock, up until today I was unmuting myself. I'll start doing it again, like this. At least you'll hear the time. And I won't have to say time. I'm happy today.
Okay. Tuesday, uncovering hidden potentials. The king of Philistia, fearful of Isaac's growing economic influence, asked him to leave. Isaac settled nearby and then began his life project, digging wells to provide sources of water for new towns and villages. Uncovering hidden potentials. ויחפרו עבדי יצחק בנחל וימצאו שם באר מים חיים, Rishis Chavam Yates. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of fresh spring water there. Genesis 26:19. Although digging wells certainly served to further the advance of civilization wherever they were dug, they more importantly exemplified Isaac's message to the world. As opposed to filling a pit with water brought from elsewhere, digging a well reveals an already existing source of water, concealed beneath layers of earth. Thus, whereas Abraham's message to the world was, "Let me revive you with the refreshing water of divine consciousness," Isaac's message was, "Now that you have been revived, look for your inner source of water. Dig away all the dirt encumbering your life, and you will reveal within yourself a wellspring of divine awareness. This awareness will quench your spiritual thirst throughout your whole life." Isaac's well digging teaches us that our flashes of insight or inspiration must be followed up with self-improvement and self-refinement in order for them to make lasting changes. Footnote 1. Torah RS 17c, look at the Sechas Volume 1, pages 27 to 29, Volume 5, pages 71 to 72, Volume 15, pages 194 to 195, Volume 25, pages 123 to 130. Wow.
I think that was the longest footnote we had so far in a while.
Summer?
What?
I didn't hear what you said. You think what?
That was one of the longest footnotes over here in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Here it goes. Uncovering hidden potentials. Vayichperu avada Yitzchak ben Chal vayimtzu sham be'er mayim chayim Rishis Chavav Yitas. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of fresh spring water there. Genesis 26:19. Although digging wells certainly served to further the advance of civilization wherever they were dug, they more importantly exemplified Isaac's message to the world. As opposed to filling a pit with water brought from elsewhere, digging a well reveals an already existing source of water concealed beneath layers of earth. Thus, Abraham's message to the world was, Let me revive you with the refreshing water of divine consciousness. Isaac's message was, now that you have been revived, look for your inner source of water. Dig away all the dirt encumbering your life, and you will reveal within yourself a wellspring of divine awareness. The awareness will quench your spiritual thirst throughout your whole life. Isaac's well digging teaches us that our flashes of insight or inspiration must be followed up with self-improvement and self-refinement in order for them to make lasting changes. Well, that's pretty good.
Okay, thank you. Uncovering hidden potentials. ויח פרוע ביצחוק בנוחל, וימצא שם באר מים חיים. בראשיס חובוב יוטס. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of fresh spring water there. Genesis 26:19. Although digging wells certainly served the future to advance of civilization, wherever they were dug, they more importantly exemplified Isaac's message to the world. As opposite the filling a pit with water brought from elsewhere, digging a well reveals an already existing source of water, concealed beneath layers of earth. Those waters, those words of Abraham's message to the world was, let me revive you with the refreshing water of divine consciousness. Isaac's message was, now that you have been revived, look for your inner source of water. Dig away all the dirt encumbering your life, and you will reveal within yourself a wellspring of divine awareness. This awareness will quench your spiritual thirst throughout your whole life. Isaac's well digging teaches us that our flashes of insight or inspiration must be followed up with self-improvement and self-refinement in order for them to make lasting changes.
Uncovering hidden potentials. Vayach peruav de Yitzchak banachal ve'imtzu sham be'er mayim chaim. Bereshis chavav Yates. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of fresh spring water there. Genesis 26:19. Although digging wells certainly served to further the advance of civilization wherever they were dug, they more importantly exemplified Isaac's message to the world. As opposed to filling a pit with water brought from elsewhere, digging a well reveals an already existing source of water concealed beneath layers of earth. Whereas Abraham's message to the world was, let me revive you with the refreshing water of divine consciousness, Isaac's message was, now that you've been revived, look for your inner source of water. Dig away all the dirt encumbering your life, and you will reveal within yourself a wellspring of divine awareness. This awareness will quench your spiritual thirst throughout your whole life. Isaac's well digging teaches us that our flashes of insight, of inspiration, must be followed up with self-improvement and self-refinement in order for them to make lasting changes.
Uncovering hidden potentials. Vayachberu avdei Yitzchak b'nachal vayimtzeu sham be'er mayim chayim. Reishis Chabav Yudas. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of fresh spring water there. Genesis 26:19. Although digging wells certainly served to further the advance of civilization wherever they were dug, they more importantly exemplified Isaac's message to the world. As opposed to filling a pit with water brought from elsewhere, digging a well reveals an already existing source of water concealed beneath layers of earth. Thus, whereas Abraham's message to the world was, "Let me revive you with the refreshing water of divine consciousness," Isaac's message was, "Now that you have been revived, look for your inner source of water. Dig away all the dirt encumbering your life, and you'll reveal within yourself a wellspring of divine awareness. This awareness will quench your spiritual thirst throughout your whole life." Isaac's well digging teaches us that our flashes of insight or inspiration must be followed up with self-improvement and self-refinement in order for them to make lasting changes.
My turn to pick a Hebrew word, right? Here it goes. Banachal Haredim. Can I do that? Pick a Hebrew word and put it.
What was the word, the translating?
Banachal Haredim.
Charedin?
Haredim.
Your mic was going in and out.
Vayachberu. You got it?
Haredim.
Haredim, you said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I could translate it to Hebrew.
yeah.
Vayachberu. Embarrassment.
Civilization. Inviting.
Servants, pride.
Digging greatness.
Okay. I'm sitting over here and I see you guys reading, and imagine somebody doesn't know about seed, but you put a seed in the ground, and you see somebody put seeds in the ground, and the guy would laugh, and then you wait a day, 2 days, 3 days, and nothing happens. So what motivates the person when he sees somebody else has a whole field and he's successfully, and he said, "That's what I did. I put a seed in the ground, and that's what happens." It came out. So be patient. You live in the farm, relax. You put in the ground, you water the ground. It's nothing now, no connection to the seeds. When I see over here what you guys speak, and each one speaks something, and we learn over here what the Rebbe says, to reveal the hidden things what we have in ourselves. That means basically not to be faced of nothing, because every solution you have, just dig a little deeper in yourself. I think by saying digging yourself, by just noticing there is a concept like this, automatically you're ahead of the game. By knowing this is a fact that you have it, it's ahead of the game. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes you. It's not a convincing matter. So it has to be entertaining. Sometimes people get bored. You know, some people run away from the farm. Even as soon as it's going to go a bigger field, they run away, or they don't want to wait till things are going to happen. Some people think, okay, I live in this world for 120 years, a short time. What's going to be with me? What can I accomplish? They give up. They don't understand. This is a seed now. That our body is a seed to grow. It's compared, our bodies, I think, is like compared to a seed is growing, the body now to the future. So let's chill and grow.
Thank you.
One thought is I haven't really found the right way to say it, but basically when we wash and we don't talk between washing and eating bread. The reason why is because you don't want that your mind should be unfocused and distracted by something else, and that your hands will touch something unclean, and therefore defeating the whole purpose of washing. But a lot of times we get so caught up with the fact that we can't talk, so we're busy saying new ahs and all these other kind of things, that we forget why we're not supposed to talk. And we end up touching things that are unclean. But we're going new ah, but we didn't talk. So it's very good, but you missed the whole point. Just to know, what's the reason, or what is the purpose of what I'm doing? If I'm listening, then I'm listening. What do I have to make sure? It's not just that I'm on mute. It's not just that I'm not talking. There's obviously more than that. There's listening, there's paying attention, there's understanding, there's relating to. when Jessica was talking about the seed in the ground, and we think about that idea, the seed doesn't actually have the power to grow anything. The seed awakens the power in the ground, but the seed must decompose first.
So I'm a little exhausted, and it's one in part because I went to sleep late. So excited. No, I don't know if I was excited or just because I was watching sport. I don't know when I was whatever. But I'm tired. But I really believe I should get to sleep about an hour earlier tonight. I think that would be right. Hopefully. And just a bit tired, but it's good to be done. Smicha, but Blau said something to me that was pretty accurate. It was a little bit in the lines of what Yitzchak said, like what's next, but different. He was saying now the real learning starts. I learned Smicha, I learned Halacha. Now the real learning starts. Am I going to continue, or am I going to say, okay, no more God for Yiddishkeit learning? No, I'm not stopping Yiddishkeit learning. I'm going to continue FiveAlive with Hashem every morning. With Hashem's help, we'll be able to do it every morning, an hour. And, maybe some days more, and, maybe other days I could learn a little bit, maybe Chumash or something. I love that we do the daily wisdom over here because it actually is very interesting, and I get to pick up about the parsha. So, I feel like I'm learning Chassidus, but I'm learning parsha Chassidus or something you want to say. I'm doing parsha in a Chassidus way, and well, good addition, Isaac. I think it's one addition that I'm glad we added, and maybe I'm gonna come out sometime soon to come to California to visit you, and yeah, you could do the hokey pokey dance.
Okay. When Rabbi Isaac said the seed is awakening in the ground, and hit me that okay, says something correct or not correct, and my mind is not organized in my mind. I just trying to speak to my body and everything what I do. So what I meant to say is I'm confused now because I want to speak so many things. I want to organize my head to speak about something and to give you a point. But I'm not going to go about it because I'm in a safe haven over here with good guys. And I think God teaches us. The Rebbe teaches us now. So being over here, everything we speak about, I think when the seed, I'm not going to go more about the seed, how it integrates in the ground and how it activates the. So basically, I'm lately involved. Lately, I'm very excited about the body and the soul. And there is a soul, the difference between a nefesh and a neshama. Nefesh is a lifestyle. Soul means a lifestyle. I don't think they have in English a word neshama. They have the word nefesh only. Lifestyle. What is lifestyle? So you're making the lifestyle. It's a fact that I am like this. So can I make a lifestyle? Can I put life in my lifestyle? This is neshama. Life of the lifestyle. So I think by being over here, acknowledging them, I can live a life of a lifestyle. So let's be stylish. I'm here.
Zalman, if the business you want to go into is the business of being of service to people, I don't mean just devoting your life and not making money. I'm talking about opening up a center that does something that's not available in Brooklyn yet. You're so the person that can make a huge difference. I would be really interested in having a conversation with you about it, just so you should see what I have to offer.
I'm gonna have to go. I wanted to mention this idea. Imagine, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a blender called the Ninja Blender. It has like 3 different blades on it, so it mushes everything up very well. They have many different kinds, and some are very good. And in Reb Zalman Roxon's words, it says FiveAlive is a blender, but you gotta have what to put in.
Okay, my turn. It's Isaac. See you later. So, thank you guys for being good friends. I'd like to say that. And with that, Yeska.
Jessica, are you on mute intentionally?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know I was on mute. Okay, finished. Go ahead.
We're up to minutes, right? Because we have, okay, put on a clock for 12 minutes.
Just like yesterday, I didn't have to readjust it. It was set to 12. What I see possible for the world, but starting with Brooklyn and New York, is families united and thriving. Families seeing the possibility of, families seeing how fortunate they are to be a family, and they're thriving, meaning it's not boring when you get together. There may be arguments, but there's so much love. I mean, it's alive. The families are thriving, and it's so possible and so much fun and so available and so delicious to have that. And
So one I was gonna ask you, I always see that cat in your house. What's with the other one? You still have it or no?
unfortunately, she passed away a few weeks ago.
Oh, I had no clue.
But she was with my kids at that time.
I guess doggy die MS. I guess it was sick. Okay, at least it didn't get run over by a car or something. Jessica, thanks for everything. He's like, thanks for everything. Isaac, if you're still there, thanks for everything. And Yes, good. I think it's your turn in a second.
Okay. You're welcome. I want to go for the journey of we understand a subject, and then we make it a new way of thinking. And I will go on what came to my mind first, even not to sort out and come with the better ideas and other ideas. Like this guy, his name is Kale, told me, the old motorcycle driver told him, when you go in a motorcycle and the situation comes, you have to make a decision if you stay in the motorcycle or you let go. If you hesitate, you're just not going to survive. So he told me a situation that he was driving from Argentina and came a cliff. Suddenly he saw a cliff, he was overwhelmed by the view, and then he saw, hey, the cliff with the motorcycle. So what he did, he decided to stay on it, and then he flew out of the motorcycle and he stayed alive.